Hey folks, as I said earlier, we're at Johns Hopkins Hospital up in Baltimore. And I came here for a reason. This is a friend of mine for 45 years. He came to me June of 2015. He said, man, I heard you're into this new, some kind of drink or something, and you look great. You really, your outlook's different. You don't look like the same person. Can I get on it? So I put him on it at my cost. So he started taking it. He had an issue with carotid arteries being blocked. He was lethargic. His sex life was, he didn't even care. When he didn't care about sex, that is sort of like Donald Trump not worried about money or wanting to be president. So the bottom line is, folks, that he got on this stuff and he was getting ready to do an infomercial for us, for the Paramine Plus, for the Health Hero Network, and he was going to say, hi, I'm Tommy Mayo, I'm 82, I'm going to drop right now and do 52. He could do, before this prostate acted up on him, he could do 52 United States Marine push-ups, legitimate push-ups. Now, that's tough for a young man to do, much less an 82-year-old man. Now, that's not just because of the formula, folks. This man has always taken care of himself and always been in shape. The issue he's having right now is the fact that his prostate acted up, and he's had that problem since he was 55 years old. It's been a long time he's had this coming on. So, unfortunately, what he was drinking didn't seem to help. It didn't aggravate it, didn't do anything. Now, his first physician, the first hospital he was in, before he got to Hopkins, told him, get off all vitamins, get off everything, because I got to operate. Well, he goes in and operates 2 weeks later. They sit him in the table, the operating room, and they said, your white blood cells and your red blood cell count is way too low for us to operate. So you got to go home. Well, what do you think they told him to do? They said, go to Walmart or to a health food store and pick up some natural iron supplements. Isn't that what they told you?
Yes.
Natural iron supplements. They didn't give him a prescription. They didn't get anything from Squibb or Pfizer or anything. Natural iron supplement. Well, my particular drink, or the Health Hero Network's particular drink, does not have iron supplements, but I'm looking into getting that put into that because it's important. Now, so they gave him a natural mineral, a natural, nothing fancy, no prescriptions, nothing like that. So he did that, and 10 days later he came back in, and they go in to operate, and they couldn't do anything because he was bleeding too bad, because his iron numbers.
No, they said your iron is up okay, and your blood works fine, we can do it now. So when they operated, they put me to sleep with a spinal block, and the doctor started cutting, and he said it kept hemorrhaging.
Right.
So he had to close it back up again, and the next day he operated again to clear all the clots out,
Right.
because took 5 units of blood.
But the key here, folks, is that he was strong enough. He doesn't look it right now, but his body was strong enough for some reason to withstand pure hell. I mean, the stress and the pain that this guy went through was, I guarantee, if I ever get what he's got, that's it. I'm getting a gun and I'm done. It's one and done and I'm out. I'm not playing with that program. But the bottom line is, folks, that his doctor said to him, we got to get you stronger. We got to go back in again. Your body is shot. And Mayo, Tommy, told them about what he'd been drinking that they took him off of. So they called me up Sunday, what was the 31st of July, asked me what was in it. When I told him, to say, can you bring it down now? He needs it now. Well, it took me 2 hours to get everything together and get down to him. And he's been on it since. He came up here to Hopkins, where I've been telling him to come to, the #1 hospital in the world, folks. Not #2. It's not a car wash and it ain't Jiffy Lube. It's Johns Hopkins. And when he leaves here, he's going to be fine. But the bottom line is, after drinking that stuff for 3 days, he was strong enough to undergo a procedure again. And now what they're doing is just literally shrinking the prostate to the point where he can function as a normal human being instead of going through all this unbelievable pain, which is stress and pain. Pain is the worst kind of stress you can have, and that'll wipe you out fast. That puts stress on your heart and puts stress on every organ in your body. And if his cells in his body weren't prepared for what he just went through, he wouldn't be here right now. There's no way in this world.
I've had 5 operations.
Yeah, in a couple
in
weeks.
the last 2 months.
2 months.
Right, in 2 months.
But when he was in Florida and he came to me, he had all these blockages. So they said, well, we looked at the MRIs, and they said, we're going to look one more time, because he had MRIs from Baltimore about his carotid arteries, about his veins, and all the blockages he had. Went down there, I didn't say a word. He called me in the morning when he was going in. He called me 4 hours later. He says, hey, guess what? They got up in there, everything's gone. My veins are fine now. I got 2% blockages when I had 98%. And the only thing that he did any different was drink the Paramine Plus formula every day. Where he's disciplined. And it just changed his life. His sex motivation went up. He said, I feel like I'm 25 years old again, man. Everyone looks good. Before, he said, I didn't care. That's what this stuff does. It feeds you at the cellular level. It makes your cells strong. Which in turn makes you strong. And he was literally turning back the clock. He moved from what were you doing before you got on it? 20 push-ups a day?
No, I was doing 20 to 25, but I wasn't doing them as quick or as fast. When I went to the gym, they didn't believe me. I showed all the guys in the gym. They said, I can't believe it. So I hope when I'm 82, I can do 50 push-ups.
I would like to do it at 67. I can't do 52 push-ups, and I work out.
Well, that's what I was doing.
So the bottom line is, at this stage, the reason I wanted it in here, folks, is number one, it was a natural supplement, not the Paramine Plus. It was a natural supplement that they prescribed, meaning the iron. All right? So the trick is, and the key to good health is preventing from what he has. Who knows if 25 years ago or 30 years ago when all this started, if he'd have been on feeding those cells and giving that body a chance, instead of eating steaks and pasta all the time and all the other stuff, if he'd have just helped his body, maybe he wouldn't be going through this now. So like I say, that's one of the reasons I take it. I know some of the stuff that I'm drinking, it ain't doing anything. But I don't want to be the guy standing on the pier watching the ship leave and then seeing on CNN that, oh yeah, well, all that stuff that guy with the dyed black hair, the Ricky Ricardo wannabe, that actually turned out looking like Larry King at a young age, me, he knew what he was talking about. We should have got on that stuff 25 years ago. Well, that didn't happen to me. I'm on it, I'm staying on it, and I'm telling you, if you want to change your life, if you want to feel healthy, if you want to be healthy, you want to change how you look, change your mental outlook on life, you got to try this stuff. The recipe's free, folks. Go do it yourself, because once you do it yourself one time, you'll be calling the Health Hero Network wanting our product, because it's much more reasonable when you buy in bulk, and it's very difficult to put this package together. Very difficult. But I don't want you to believe me. I want you to try it on your own. The recipe's right on this page. Anything you want to add to that?
I wanted to ask them how old you are now.
I'm 67 now. I'll be 68.
Well, I saw you 10 years ago, and believe me, you look
Here's a
better
picture of me
now.
10 years ago, right now, folks. Here it is.
Well, I saw him 10 years ago.
I have the picture home.
And so help me, he looks better now than he did. And I sent him to a dentist friend of mine. The dentist said I couldn't even recognize him. I didn't know that was Greg Arnold.
He did.
That's
He
a
really
true
did.
story.
He really
That's why he called me and told me.
Yeah, Dr. Hamilton did not know it was me. So, folks, anyway, on this page right now, there's a free recipe. Everything on this site, if you learn what these things can do for your body, you will do it. If you don't, the ball's in your side of the court. So it's entirely up to you. But the bottom line is, it's here, it's now, and with technology being what it is right now, it's time to get on board. Whether you do it on your own or you call us in order from the Health Hero Network. There are 4 products down here. You have to decide which one really is best for you. But please, don't let me be on that ship out there partying and having a good old time and being able to recite the Declaration of Independence by memory while you're standing on the pier saying, man, why didn't I listen to him? Anyway, folks, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back on the Health Hero Network's #1 rated health cable television show, Alternatives, in a few seconds. I'll be right back.